Nigerians living in diaspora will soon be integrated into the country's socio-economic activities if they so desire. President Buhari gave this assurance when he met with several Nigerian professionals resident in the United States. Our correspondent, Adeshewa Josh, reports.
President Muhammadu Buhari at a meeting with Nigerian professionals in the United States. These men and women who have distinguished themselves in their various professions in America have come to discuss how best to channel their expertise and experiences for the development of their home country. Some of them even say they would love to move back home.
Make sure that we get them going. In this country, without my signature, no airplane can fly. So, and now from Nigeria, we should be able to do the same thing. So I want to be able to come to Nigeria, build an MRO facility over there.
President Buhari agrees distinguished Nigerians in the diaspora have a role to play in Nigeria's development, and he promised to provide a conducive environment for them to thrive.
I assure you that we are trying to be systematic in the government, to organize the government properly, and when we do that, we get the ministries and the states to function, and we will need quality people to come along so that we can move fast.
The senior special advisor to the president on diaspora affairs, Honorable Abike Dabiri-Erewa, says the government will continue to engage Nigerian professionals in diaspora for the benefit of the country.
Today, we met Nigerians who are willing and ready to bring back foreign direct investment to Nigeria. Whatever stumbling blocks, we're both looking into such stumbling blocks, but the passion is there, the desire is there, and they are saying we want to come home.
For some of these professionals, there is no better time to return home.
Determination to have structure in place. I think it will be encouraging for some of us in the diaspora to come back and participate, because that's the structure we know here that we're used to.
There are many Nigerian professionals in the United States and around the world. It will be quite interesting to see how the government leverages on the expertise of these men and women. From New York, Adeshewa Josh, Channels Television News.
Back home, Nigerian troops on Operation Lafia Dole and the multinational Joint Task Force presently harboring in Abadam village, Borno State, have repelled elements of Boko Haram attempting to attack their location. The assault was launched by the terrorist group at about 6:30 a.m. on Thursday and lasted about 2 hours. The troops killed 15 of the insurgents and many escaped with gunshot wounds. 2 soldiers died, 4 others were wounded in the attack. Some of the items recovered include weapons and ammunition. The wave of change is brooding over Somalia, it seems, as 11 men and women walked 250 kilometers from Baidoa to the capital Mogadishu for one cause only: to show their country is safe. Those who followed their journey said the route took them through areas controlled by the government as well as the Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab. They say they got quite a lot of spectators, and some even came forward to greet them and encourage them on their quest. But drought continues across countries in southern Africa as the 2015-2016 El-Nino marvel crushes products and annihilates domestic animals, especially in Zimbabwe. Children are the ones suffering the most from this, as there is not enough food to feed them. The ones who should take care of them are heading to neighboring South Africa and Botswana, not just for food, but for jobs.
For months, the Ndebele family has been waiting to hear from their main breadwinner, but nothing has been forthcoming. The family is one of many living in Bulanyama district in the country's Matabele Land South province, which has been affected by severe drought. Hundreds of young people have fled increasing hardship seeking employment outside the country, including as farm laborers in neighboring South Africa and Botswana. The children's mother also left the homestead 7 months ago after telling them she was going to look for work, but has never returned since. 79-year-old Solomon Ndebele and his wife are now forced to rely on donations to feed their grandchildren.
Our son went to Botswana last year and never sent anything back home for the kids. After a while, his wife ran away because there was no support.
Southern Africa has been hard hit over the past year by drought made worse by El-Nino, a warming of sea surface temperatures in the Pacific Ocean. The drought has also caused economic crisis in the cash-strapped country that has largely been deserted by foreign donors since 1999. The UN World Food Programme estimates around 4 million people, and that's 1 in 3 Zimbabweans, are struggling to meet their basic food needs. Outward migration of parents or guardians into neighboring South Africa and Botswana, leaving behind young children to fend for themselves, is worrying social service workers in the country.
As parents migrate outwardly into Botswana or South Africa, they leave their children in the care of their grandparents, who are also unable to fend for their children. That's giving us a serious challenge in terms of providing for the children.
At another homestead nearby, 17-year-old Vanessa is heading the Nleya homestead in CFA village. Her mother also left in February, a week before the father returned terminally ill from Botswana. He died later that month, leaving the children on their own.
Mom went to South Africa to look for work. She has not sent anything back since she left. She phoned twice to say she has not yet found work.
Zimbabwe has appealed for $1.6 billion in aid to help pay for grain and other food items.
The UN Convention on International Trade says it will oppose efforts to increase global protection for elephants, as it could backfire and instead boost the trade in ivory. Right now, there is a global ban in trade in elephant ivory, but hunting elephants is allowed in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana and Namibia. The hunted elephants' body parts, apart from their tusks, are allowed to be used as trophies. However, a coalition of 29 African countries is pressing for a tightening of the regulations, proposing that all elephants' parts from all countries are banned. Who says that those with hearing problems cannot enjoy a play like everyone else? Well, they can enjoy it in a way that they understand, at least even in Egypt. Cairo is featuring a play for those with hearing problems in its theaters. Take a look.
A play in Egypt is shining the spotlight on deaf and hearing impaired actors and their tool of communication, sign language. The first of its kind at the Tilia Theatre near downtown Cairo, and features a mixed cast of 7 hearing impaired and 5 hearing actors. This is the first time hearing impaired and hearing actors join together on the same stage for a mixed audience. In the play, the actors exhibit 10 comic and dramatic sketches highlighting the problems faced by the deaf community in Egypt. It includes musical numbers, a video story, tap dancing from the hearing impaired, and a skit about an alternate universe where the majority were hearing impaired. The play uses both sign language and voice narration. The actors who talk would sign as they speak, and the ones who are hard of hearing would have someone narrating from offstage what they are saying as well as what they are signing, helping the mixed audience fully understand the performance. The theatre and directors have decided to make the play free to showcase the talent of deaf actors. But many in the audience and the cast believe it was the content of the play, not the free admission, that has made it a success. There are no official statistics pertaining the number of people with hearing impairment in Egypt, but estimation is ranging between 4 to 13 million Egyptians. Private institutions such as the Deaf Unit Cairo aim to provide social and economic opportunities to the community. However, little to no attention is paid to the deaf community's needs in the field of arts and entertainment.